After a long 5 months, I'm finally ready to show you guys an updated version of my One Piece trading card game collection. But first, attention all One Piece fans, the Buzz will be doing a giveaway for this beautiful illustration box number 1 featuring the Boa Hancock and Nami promo cards to one lucky subscriber once we hit 1,000. To enter, all you need to do is like, comment, and subscribe, as well as be a resident of the United States. Anyways, guys, that's it for now, so I'll send you right back to the video. All right, guys, welcome back. Finally, in a position where I want to show you guys an updated version of my One Piece trading card game collection. If you guys haven't already, highly recommend you watch the first version where I went through it about 5 months ago, which you'll see right here. Just so you can do a little bit of a compare and contrast versus what it used to look like versus what it looks like currently. I will say I have made a lot of changes to my collection, which might seem a little bit surprising if you've been watching any of the beginner's guides videos. Kind of broke my own advice in some situations and areas, but I like to think I had a good reason for that, which I'll go ahead and I'll explain once I get to those cards, sealed product in this video. The one thing I want to address prior to getting into this one is I've been noticing there has been a lot more collection videos on YouTube, online. Highly recommend you guys look out there, look at people's collections. There's tons of great content out there right now in regards to collecting One Piece, and I highly recommend you guys go check out other creators, look at their collections, give them a thumbs up, give them some of that great comments and feedback that you guys have been giving me on my collection over the past 5 months. Really appreciate it. Love to see the One Piece trading card game grow, especially in the collector's aspect. So guys, thank you for that, and continue to help support other people as well. All right, without any further ado, let's get right into it. We're going to be following the same format we did last time. We're going to go through my sealed product collection, then go through the singles, and finally we're going to finish it off with some slabs with hopefully some crazy bangers that are going to blow your mind. So first things first, as you can see in front of you, we have some booster boxes. Now, in my last video, I did say I would like to collect only the sets that I have the most fun opening and I think are the coolest sets. They have the coolest cards in it. However, you're not going to see anything recent in here. You're going to notice that a lot of these boxes are the same as they were in the old video. Might even be missing some of those boxes. And the reason why is I've kind of been shifting away from buying loose sealed boxes versus what my original game plan was in my collection. I've decided that I put a lot more attention into my graded card collection as well as my raw card collection in hopes that I'll be able to catch up on the sealed product at one point. Ideally, I want to be able to buy cases and have cases of the different sets that I love the most in my sealed collection instead of individual boxes. Main reason why is that I just feel more comfortable having a sealed case rather than a loose box, regardless of whether or not I purchase this from a reputable source, which I did for all this stuff. All this stuff came from a local game store. Still though, you never know nowadays. I personally just feel better having a sealed case in my closet versus individual boxes. So that's the game plan with that, but jumping right into it, we're gonna start here. First, similar last time, we have a box of OP06, Wings of the Captain, one of the first sets that got me into One Piece. Absolutely love this set. Great with the manga Zoro. Super sick card. I love it. This one in particular, we went from having, I think, 3 boxes in the last video to now only having 1 box. So again, made a little bit of a shift in there. As the next box we're going to have here that I'm going to show you is going to be Emperors of the New World, my favorite set of all time, OP09. I don't think that's going to change, although OP13 might make me adjust my viewpoint a little bit when that comes out. We'll have to wait and see. Currently sitting on 2 boxes of that, as you can see here. Again, OP09 is one I'd love to have a case of, but for now I just have some single boxes. Next up after that, we do have almost the one that started it all. We have a Romance Dawn. You're going to see here on the bottom. It's going to be a white bottom version. Just have 1 single box of this. I don't think I'm going to get rid of it anytime soon. Again, I think base set boxes for any card game, super safe investment, especially when it comes to One Piece. So that one's going to be staying sealed. Don't have any intentions of ever opening it. And we'll have to see what happens in the future. And then second to last, we have, of course, the first edition blue bottom. See a little bit of blue down there. It might be a little bit hard to tell with the reflection, but we have a blue bottom in the acrylic case. Again, the same blue bottom that was in my previous video, so not much has really changed in terms of my sealed collection. Main reason why, as you're gonna see, is I've been putting a lot of resources in getting slabs done, cards graded, so it's been my main focus over these last 5 months. However, I would love to be able to get more in the sealed product collection prior to the next time I make one of these videos, whenever that is, sometime in the future. Now, I did not want to forget something I did last time, which is this bad boy right here. You're gonna see It's a sealed case of OP05. Probably top 3 favorite set of all time. Dom and I are in on that case 50-50, so 6 of those boxes are mine, 6 of the boxes are his. Don't plan on selling that anytime soon. Borderline, you might want to bury that with us at this point. I don't think it's going to get cracked or open. You might have to divide it when we're both dead. And half the box is going to go into, half the case is going to go into his coffin, the other half are going into mine. And then the last thing I have in my sealed collection that I added pretty recently that I'm going to show you on the main camera again is going to be one of these Nami playmats. So I did pick up a couple of those. I did pick up a couple of the Nami playmats. I opened one for myself, which I'm currently using right now. And then I have one sitting in the sealed collection. Firm believer in collecting as much of the promo cards that you can. I think promo cards are a really good investment in the long term. So that was the game plan with that. All right, guys. That is it for the sealed product. Let's start getting into the stuff that you all are really, really interested in seeing. And that is some of my singles. We're going to start off with the raw one. So I organize this based off of set and kind of the style of the card. So SPs, promos, that kind of stuff. So first here, you're going to have the Nami promo card from the illustration box 1, followed by the Boa from illustration box 1, followed by the Yamato from illustration box 2, Black Maria from illustration box 2, Zoro from the brand new illustration box 3, Luffy from the brand new illustration box 3, Perona from the illustration box 4, Mihawk from illustration box 4, Rob Lucci from the EX illustration box. That was very hard to get again. Dom and I mentioned this before in a previous video. Camped in front of the One Piece store grand opening in San Diego for like 4 hours just to get an EX box, but I love it. Gonna want to definitely get all this stuff graded sequentially. That's the game plan. I'm trying to figure out a timing for it just because they keep on making more illustration boxes, but we'll figure it out. So we have the Rob Lucci and then, of course, the Jewelry Bonnie. After that, we have one of the sickest cards in recent memory that I absolutely love. One of the very few cards I actually have in Japanese as well. So we have the Demon Asura 9-sword style in the manga event card from OP12. And then we actually have a Japanese version. I think this looks super sick in Japanese. So I wanted to get that after I hit it. Definitely want to keep it. Following that, we do have a Chopper Regionals promo card that I've been sitting on for a while. And of course, to match the playmat, we do have the Nami promo with the Zeus, the Zeus promo with Nami on there. I always get that one mixed up. Following that, we do have the One Piece Day Fest from earlier this year. We have the Luffy, we have the Zoro, and of course, we have the Uta Don card. So that's it for the first stack. And what I'm gonna say here, guys, I'm gonna premise this, is that I have a lot of stuff I need to get graded. In the last video, I did mention that I was hoping to get a lot of this stuff graded. However, I have not been able to do that recently just because of how many slabs I've been getting purchased, and I just, obviously, we're not all made of money. So I've not been able to do a submission. I'm definitely long overdue on that. But between now and the next video, my main focus is definitely going to be on trying to get some more sealed product as well as getting all these cards graded because I'm tired of having them sit in my binder. Okay, following that, we do have the first anniversary collection Luffy, and we're gonna have all of them in here. So we have the Luffy, of course, the Usopp, the Sanji, the beautiful Nami, followed up by the Brook, Zoro, of course, another super sick card. Tony Chopper, kind of, I feel like this one's undervalued. This looks super sick. I honestly, maybe I just love Chopper cards. We have the Jinbei, we have the Nico Robin, and we have the Frankie. And then, of course, following that up, we have the second anniversary set cards. So we have the Shanks, we have the Buggy, we have the Luffy, we have the Teach, and then we have the Shanks alt art, the Buggy alt art, the Teach alt art, and lastly, the Luffy alt art. So those are the anniversary boxes, 1 and 2 in English. Again, really behind and getting stuff graded, so that's going to be first thing on my list after I move on from purchasing slabs, which I'm pretty much done. There's only one I'm looking for at this point, and you'll see the one when we get to that, but that is going to be the game plan in the future. Following that, if you watched the previous video, I did mention that my goal was to get every alt art leader, every SP, every wanted poster, every SP and every manga sequentially graded for OP09 because it's my favorite set of all time. We might have deviated from that for a little bit, folks, but I'm gonna tell you why. Alrighty, so we have the Luffy alt art leader from OP09, the Shanks, the Teach, the Buggy, and then we're moving on the SPs. We have the Dragon SP. You have the, oops, we have a little bit of a mishap. Sorry, a little bit out of order, but we have the, now we're moving on the wanted posters, then we'll move the SP. So we have the wanted Shanks, the wanted Luffy, the wanted Blackbeard, the wanted Buggy. Now back to the SPs. So we have SP Nami, SP Zoro, SP Boa, SP Lucci, SP Rosinante, and now we're moving on to the SPs from OP11. We have SP Rayleigh, SP Stussy, SP Shanks, Shirahoshi, Sanji, and of course, Luffy Taro. So again, game plan is to get all those graded sequentially in terms of for each set. So for example, OP11 will be going to OP11, OP09 will be going to OP09. And when it comes to purchasing SPs, I only purchase the ones that I love the most. So for OP11, absolutely love those SPs. OP09, absolutely love those SPs. Game plan is to definitely buy the OP12 SPs as well. Those are super sick, as well as the OP13 SPs when they come out. All right, guys, moving on now to the slab collection. So we're going to start off with a small little pile here. And in front of you, you're going to be seeing that we have the Zoro SP from OP09. You're probably wondering, Nick, we just saw you have a raw version of that. So I actually did hit some dupes of a couple of the SPs from OP09, opened up a ton of sealed product. So the game plan is I wanted to get the dupes graded and then sell those at Card Party or on eBay. So these are going to be sold. The SP from OP09 that you're see graded here are going to be sold. That's going to go into the card that I'm really chasing right now, which is the gold Luffy from OP11. Definitely going to be clearing up some of my collection in order to try to pursue that guy. So you see here, you're going to have the Zoro from OP09, PSA 10. Then you have the Hancock from OP09, PSA 10. After that, of course, we have the OP05 Altart Luffy. Card I hit myself, one of the first major cards I actually hit myself. And then funny to think, like nowadays, this isn't a super major card in terms of overall hit rate compared to a manga or anything in SP, but still one of the first cards I ever hit. Super happy to have in my collection. Of course, this is another card that I hit myself that I'm really happy to have in my collection. We have the OP06 Zoro Altart from, again, super sick card, him fighting versus King. Now we have a newer card that I picked up and got graded recently. We have the PSA promo card for Boa Hancock. Again, those PSA card promo cards I think have a high possibility going up pretty heavily over time. Highly recommend you guys get those if you haven't already. Pretty affordable right now. After that, we do have the beautiful Nami from PSA 10 from the SP from OP05. Super sick card. Love the Nami cards. I think Nami has some fantastic art. After that, we have another PSA promo card. This time we have the Luffy promo card, the first one ever created with PSA in collaboration. After that, we're back to another Nami promo card. Honestly, probably one of my favorite Nami cards of all time. We have the Onami from OP07. This SP is so good. Her and Otama and Wano, just super, super sick. Love that card. After that, probably my favorite Boa card of all time. We have this watercoloring Boa from OP04, the SP. Art on this is so, so sick. PSA 10 version of this one, guys. Love this card. Never gonna sell that one. That one's been going up pretty heavily over the last couple months. Totally understand why. The art on it, super good. And I'm a huge sucker when it comes to good art on stuff. After that, we do have the BBB Luffy, the promo card, in conjunction and collaboration with Dortmund. Got that one back in a PSA 10. Last time you saw that we had a raw copy here. And then following that, speaking of promo cards with teams, we have not one Luffy Dodger promo PSA 10, but we have two of them. So actually, I invited a couple of my buddies with me to go to the game, and the deal was I would buy their tickets. They're not trading card fans at all. They're actually pretty big baseball fans, in exchange for getting the promo cards. So I was able to get a couple of these. Of course, the one that's inside of the graded guard, that one's not going anywhere anytime soon. Have no intention of ever moving that from my personal collection. Super, super sick card. What arguably might be one of the most impactful cards in trading card history for the One Piece trading card game. No intentions of ever selling that bad boy. Absolute grail. Love to have in my collection. Following that up, guys, we're going to start hitting up the manga cards in the collection. So we're going to start off here with one of my favorites in the Boa Hancock manga from OP07. A lot of people don't like the art. I think it looks super cool. The only Boa manga so far. Absolutely love it. Love having that one in my collection. After that, we're moving on to some new stuff that I just recently picked up. We have the Ace manga, but this is the PRB01 version. I was able to pick up some PRB01 mangas from a buddy of mine that I met at my local game store. He was able to hook it up with a really, really, really good deal for me. So very, very thankful for him and having the opportunity to purchase this card. I've never been the biggest Ace fan, but this card is super big, it's super cool, sorry, super iconic, of course, and don't plan on moving it anytime soon, but I don't know, we'll see. We'll see if I have to move it for the gold Luffy. Gotta do what you gotta do, guys. Gotta do what you gotta do. After that, moving on to another recent manga I just picked up, the PRB01 Zoro manga PSA 10. This card I bought and graded myself. Got it back probably around a month ago, and super sick card. This is another card that's been booming in price recently. Game plan is with the PRB mangas is hopefully trade them up into the original. So eventually I'm gonna, when I can find a Zoro that's PSA 10 from OP06, I'm gonna trade this one in there, throw some cash on top, and utilize that in order to get an original copy. Again, I don't know, with PRB manga it's hard to say, guys. Let me know in the comments, what do you think about PRB mangas? When you think about PRB manga big picture, it is so hard to hit a PRB01 manga because it's a god pack. Like, how often can you hit a god pack, right? So I don't know. I don't think they're gonna go down in value anytime soon, especially with how low printed those are. After that, speaking of PRB01, this is still to this day the only manga I have ever pulled myself. The PRB01 Nami in a PSA 10. It's got to be top 3 card in my collection personally in terms of the attachment to me. Never gonna move this one. Again, it's the only manga I've ever hit thus far, and that isn't gonna change anytime soon, probably, knowing my luck, but I digress. After that, we do have a recent pickup. We have the Jewelry Bonnie, that is right, the English version in a PSA 10. I actually was able to get this card during pre-release. I bought it off a good buddy of mine for what I thought was a pretty good price. Got it graded, came back this week, just got it today actually. Came back as a PSA 10, very, very happy and thankful I was able to get this. Right now at the time of recording this video, currently a pop 8 on PSA's website, so super low pop right now. Of course, it's gonna go up as more get graded. And yeah, I love Bonnie as a character. Her arc right now in the show, super, super good. Her and Kuma. The only thing I'm considering about this one right now, I do have it currently listed on eBay just because I want to see what the market's like on it right now, given how fresh it is from PSA. See if I can sell it, and then of course utilize that to go back into my collection for the gold Luffy. So stand by on that one. It might be getting moved soon. Who knows? We'll see. But after that guy, we're gonna move on to, yeah, we're gonna get into the nitty gritty, guys. We're getting into the nitty gritty. Okay, so starting off here with the Buggy manga from OP09 PSA 10. And this is where we might have deviated a little bit from what I was hoping to do. This is indeed the Buggy manga that I got graded myself. That was in my binder last time in the last video. So I did end up getting that graded as a 10. Following that, of course, we do have the Shanks OP09 manga as a PSA 10 as well. This is indeed the same one that was in my collection last time as a raw copy, where I said I want to get them graded sequentially. After that, we do have the Blackbeard PSA 10. That one was previously graded already. My game plan was to do something psychotic, which was to get all these cracked that I already purchased as a 10 and get them graded sequentially, but I ended up changing my mind as we show the OP09 Luffy right here. And the reason why I changed my mind on all this is because of this one card in particular, guys. That is right. The Grail of Grails. Anyone who watched the previous video, you know there's only one card that I will hold higher than this one, and that's still to be true. And we'll get to that card in a second, and that's only because I think that is the coolest card idea ever. But this right here, there is only one specialty graded card. I can't remember what it's called. Limited edition graded card that I have in my entire collection. Everything else is pretty generic. You can get anywhere online on Amazon or directly from Graded Guard, local game store. This one is the only graded card I actually spent the money on to get a limited edition one, and I think that's well justified. You have the gold manga, Gold D. Roger. Alas, I have given up on the goal of getting a sequential copy of all the mangas from OP09, and I think it's justifiable at this point. The main reason, of course, being that it's too risky. It's too risky to get these cracked. I was able to get this again from my buddy of mine at the local game store. He was liquidating his whole collection. This is one of the cards he had. He gave me a fantastic deal on it, and there's no justifiable reason I can create in my brain to crack this, take the risk that I might get a 9, crack it, and that I might get damage. Can't do it. Can't do it. I've been able to complete my set of the mangas from OP09, the set that means the most to me, and I'm not going to jeopardize that at this point. So My OP09 journey is done. It really is done once I get all those cards graded and we get them returned back, which those will be graded sequentially, as in the SPs and the wanted posters. After that, we have another absolute monster, the PRB01. The PRB01 Luffy reprint from OP05, one of the most iconic cards in the card game. This one, I am going to be bringing with me to Card Party when we go at the first week of October. Main reason why is I really want to trade this one into the original OP05 Luffy. That card, super iconic, means a lot to me, and in terms of my collecting journey that I went on when it came to starting One Piece, that was always a card I really wanted. So I was able to get an PRB01 version, but that one likely will be leaving at some point to try to get an original copy. Still undecided on that. We'll have to wait and see. Following that, we have another card I just picked up today from PSA. In a 9, I know the irony of all this. I just made a video saying how to never get a 9 again. And here I am getting my first ever 9 from PSA. It is the Silver Luffy, but you know what? I'm gonna view things in a positive way, which is that I always wanted to get the Silver Luffy and the Gold Luffy graded sequentially. Now that I have a 9 in the Silver Luffy, I have no reason to not crack this thing, resubmit it once I get the gold copy and try to get a sequential copy, a sequential set of both of them. So again, super sick card, very iconic Gear 5 Luffy with the Ghost Rare silver print on it. Again, this one's not gonna be around for very long. Once I get that gold one, definitely gonna crack this guy, and we're gonna resubmit it. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we can get a sequential set. Following that up, we have my #1 Grail, which is crazy because you're probably thinking, Nick, how is the Roger not your Grail? How is the Roger not your Grail? And that is because this card, to me, I think this is the holy grail of the One Piece trading card game. It is the Oda signed Luffy from OP05 PSA 10, a card that I was very lucky to get my hands on. I was able to snipe it off an eBay auction around Christmas last year, and now if you've been paying attention, this card is skyrocketing in price, and I think it is absolutely justified. This is by far the coolest card I think has ever been created in the card game. Oda, of course, this being his masterpiece, giving him a tribute card like this, I think is absolutely iconic, and this bad boy is never going to be sold. Not selling that anytime soon. Bury me with that card. It's truly, truly my Grail. All right, guys. That is it for my collection. Made some huge changes. Have continued to make some pretty large purchases, but I can finally say I think I'm satisfied with getting myself where I want to be at when it comes to collecting the One Piece trading card game. The game plan in the future really is only to just pick up a copy of the Gold Luffy, try to get that in a PSA 10, and then just start focusing on sealed products. For OP13, I'm undecided. I'm considering getting the mangas from that set, maybe trying to go for sequential set. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see where I end up deciding to take that set in particular in my collection. But for now, I can say that I'm very, very happy and very blessed and privileged to be where I'm at. And I'm very thankful for you guys coming along on this journey to see my collection. If you can, guys, go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe. Doing my best to make One Piece content for you guys as much as possible as the trading card game continues to grow, and look forward to helping you in your collecting journey. Anyways, guys, that's it for today. Hope you have a great day, and I'll catch y'all on the next one.